Okay, we just did A, and to be honest with you, A was difficult. You know, it took a long time to get through it. But, you know, what did I do? I got the equation on the normal line, and then I got the point B, which is on the normal line, in terms of A and D. And we got this one over here. We did that, and we got to the final part of that. Now, again, it's something we're interesting. Said, where's this thing leading to? I'm not sure at this point, but now they're asking me to say, show that B, if it's going to be on the parabola, must have this relationship held. All right? So what I want to do is go back to the whiteboard, and I want to see if I can do that. And again, I have the question in front of me. It's like I don't have the question in front of me. I want to point out, though, that the equation that we're looking at is y equals x squared over 2. And I want to point out, this is the point B, and that's on the normal line. And what they said is, you know, for B to be on the parabola, all I got to do is plug it in now. And I want to see what happens when I plug it in. So what's y going to be equal to? Well, I'm going to write the y down. It's a squared over 2 plus the d over the square root a squared plus 1. I'm going to write 1/2 down, and now I'm going to write down the x squared. And that's going to be a minus AD over the root, and this thing's going to be squared, by the way. Now, granted, looking at it, I don't know. They want me to show this as something over here, and this seems like it's going to be a lot of work, by the way. And the first thing I do is I'm going to kind of expand it. So I get a squared over 2 plus d. I'm kind of expecting it to work out nicely, by the way, but I'm not really quite sure about that, how much time it's going to take to make it look nice. But I know how to multiply out a binomial pretty easily. It's the first term squared. That's pretty easy. And then it's going to be that second term squared. That's going to be a positive now. So it's going to be a squared, d squared, over the square at the bottom, just a squared plus 1. And then I get minus 2, and I'm multiplying them together now. It's going to be a squared d over the root a squared plus 1. All right? Okay, what do you do now? I'm going to distribute the 2 across those 3 terms now. So you get a squared over 2 plus d a squared plus 1. This is going to be a squared over 2 plus a squared d squared over 2 times a squared plus 1 minus a squared d. Again, I multiplied by half. That's why the 2 canceled. The root of a squared plus 1. Well, one thing I do notice right off the bat, that I can subtract this from both sides and they disappear. And so what am I left now? I'm left with d over the square root a squared plus 1 equals a squared d squared over 2 a squared plus 1 minus a squared d over the root of a squared plus 1. So I'm looking at this, and I want to clear the fraction. And to clear the fraction, I'm going to multiply by the LCD. So let me write the LCD down for you. LCD, I see a 2. I see an a squared plus 1, and I see a root of a squared plus 1. And I'm going to multiply all 3 terms by that. All right, now, I don't certainly want to write that down, but I'm going to multiply this term by that, then this one, and then this one over here. And like I always say, you got to be careful. So I'm going to get 2. I'm going to get a d. And then the root of a squared plus 1 would disappear, and I'm left off with a squared plus 1. Let me just check that again. Yeah, looks pretty good. Let's do the next one. The 2 cancels. The a squared plus 1 cancel, and I'm left off with a squared, d squared, the root of a squared plus 1. All right, I did this one, I just did that one. Let me check that out. Yeah, the 2 cancels, the a squared plus 1 canceled. Yeah, it looks good. Minus, you're going to get 2. You're going to get a squared. You're going to get d. The root of a squared plus 1 disappears, and you're left off with a squared plus 1. all right? Now comes another problem. I'm looking at this thing and someone says, what are you trying to get out of this thing? What they told me I'm going to get out of this, I don't see it yet. So what I'm going to do is, well, you know what? I think I can probably divide both sides by d at this point. And the reason for that, d is greater than 0. I don't have to worry about, dividing by 0 over here. So let me get my eraser out, and I'm going to divide through by d. So that would just be, that goes away, this goes away, and one of those d's goes away over there. All right, that looks pretty easy to do at this point. And what I want to do is, I'm still looking at this thing, and I want to collect things that look like they belong on one side. All right, so I'm going to say it's 2a squared plus 1 plus 2a squared plus 1 equals a squared d, the root of a squared plus 1. All right, see if I did okay in there. I did okay. I'm going to, on the left side, I'm going to factor out a 2, and I'm going to factor out an a squared plus 1. And what are you left off with? 1 plus a squared. And what do you have here? A squared d. And you get this over here now. All right? Again, I want to go back and look at this, and I'm seeing part of it, but I'm not seeing the whole story. And I want to keep rewriting it until I see that story they want. Again, I got to look at my notes to know that. And what do you mean by the notes? The question they're giving me. And I'm going to say a squared plus 1, same thing as 1 plus a squared. So I'm going to say this is a squared plus 1 squared. And then I'm going to divide by that root. And this is going to be a squared plus 1. And this equals a squared d. Now, I want to point out, I'm looking at it, I do see this, what they want. I got that part done, but I'm looking at this thing and wondering what to do with that. And I'm going to say I'm going to use rules of exponents to do that. And what are you going to get? You're going to get 2, and then it's going to be a squared plus 1. And what am I going to do? I'm going to do 2 minus 1/2. And what's that going to give you? That's going to give you 3/2. And that equals a squared d. Is that what we're supposed to show? Let me go back over and look at the question. It says that I need to show that, and I did show that. I showed that a squared d is the same thing as 2 times 1 plus a squared, or a squared plus 1 to the 3s power. So we're done. We just showed what we're supposed to show. We'll go on to the next question. Thank you.